Hey guys, it's me. Your favorite snarky hippie has returned. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Um, Mine wasn't terribly wonderful, unfortunately. The reason is I didn't get to spend it with my family, and I look forward to that because I don't get to see them enough. It's like everybody's got their own gig and their own thing going, and I really enjoy the time I get to spend with them. And the reason I didn't get to go is because I was physically unable, and the reason for that is here comes the long story. I mentioned in my first video that I have some permanent nerve damage, but I didn't explain the whole story behind it. Try to make this as brief as possible. About a year ago, this started, and it started with my fingers on my left hand going numb. And went to my doctor, and she told me it was just the tail end of the virus I was getting over, gave me antibiotics, set me on my merry way. It kept getting worse until my whole left arm was numb up to my elbow, and the fingers on my right hand just started to go numb. And she just kept telling me, it's the virus, here, try these meds, try these meds, try these meds. Well, within a 2-month period, I had gone from I had always walked with a cane, because I have osteoarthritis in both knees and my lower back. But because of the numbness that was like spreading through my whole body pretty much, I ended up first on a walker and then in a wheelchair. So in about 2 months' time, I went from numb fingers on my left hand to a wheelchair, to not being able to raise my arms any higher than my waist, to not being able to do pretty much anything for myself. And my doctor just kept pushing all these different medications on me. And I went in there with a list of symptoms like, look, it feels like electricity is shooting through my arm. I can't even raise my arms. I can't do this. I can't do that. So finally, I decided that I was going to start researching this for myself. Went online, put in all my symptoms, and it turns out it was nerve damage, which is kind of what I figured. So I called a neurologist, made an appointment to go see her. She actually diagnosed what was wrong with me within 10 minutes without even the benefit of an X-ray or an MRI. And she told me she wanted me to get an MRI. So I scheduled it, and about 2 days before that, things were so bad, I called my friend and I said, I need to go to the hospital, like, now. So I got into the hospital. They did the MRI. There were 2 discs in my neck that were fused together. They had to go in here, about 4 inches along here, cut into there, go in, saw out one of the discs, and there's now a steel plate in my neck. Went through physical therapy after the hospital, went inpatient physical therapy. Got out, went home, did physical therapy there. But here's the thing. This was not treated as soon as it should have been. My doctor, it was a case of total negligence. In improper treatment of what was happening. I now have permanent damage. My hands, they work again. I can move my arms, like up over my head again. But my left hand is still completely numb. My right hand is partially numb. That's not going to get better. I have completely lost my sense of balance. I will never be able to walk with the cane again. It's going to be a walker from now on. That's never going to get better. And like I mentioned in my first video, I'm looking around for a good malpractice attorney, because this all could have been avoided, and it wasn't. So Thanksgiving, I was just like, I have good days and I have bad days, and Thanksgiving was just a bad day, and I was really not very mobile, and I just couldn't get myself out and about. Just couldn't do it. So I stayed home, ordered Chinese food because they were the only place that was open on Thanksgiving, and watched scary movies, which was okay. Oh, and by the way, if any of you guys have Netflix, there's a movie on there called Bedeviled, and it's really good. Really, 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 really creepy, scary. I liked it a lot. So if you're into scary movies, definitely check that one out. It's really good. So anyway, so I was yes, I was on the phone today with or yesterday rather, with my cousin Lauren, which is that's where I was supposed to go for Thanksgiving, and we were talking about everything that happened with me and what's going on with me physically, and see, my cousin is very wise. Um, Even though she's a baby, she's a whole 2 weeks younger than me. We shared a lot of birthdays when we were kids. Um, but she's, she's one of those people that just she looks at every part of the picture. She's just really good at doing that. Um, and she said, this is the new norm for you. And yeah, I just that really really defined it well. It's like this is the new norm. This is what's normal for me now. And I can sit in my own shit and have a big pity party and feel sorry for myself. Or I can accept it and I can learn how to live with it and be grateful that it didn't get any worse, than what it is. Because in the great scheme of things, it could always get worse. But it's like the acceptance. That's the hardest part for me. Is the acceptance, because being being a person in recovery, part of the disease I have, is I really like to control things. And I have no control over this, and I think that's what makes me the craziest. I can't control it. It is what it is. And, it's like, okay, snarky hippie, deal with it. I mean, this is your norm. And, acceptance has never come easy, for me. And, I gotta, basically what I have to do is I've got to start asking my higher power to help me with that, to help me accept this. Because, left to my own devices, I'll do what I always do, and that's like kick and scream and everything else I can think of to try to fight this and change it. And it can't be changed. This is it. But yeah, acceptance. It says in one of our textbooks, acceptance is the answer to all my problems. And it really is, and this is the way things are supposed to be for whatever reason. That this is the way it is. So you know what? I have people to help me. I have friends to help me. Excuse me. And I know my higher power didn't bring me this far to drop me on my ass. I do believe that. And I just got to learn to stop fighting. Because that's what I do. A little bit, sorry. Also a little bit stressful this week because I'm moving Friday. And there's a whole bunch of loose ends that have to be tied up yet. And, and it's coming fast. I'm not moving far. I'm still going to be in the same area in the suburbs. So it's not like it's a big, huge out of state move or anything. Because you know what? I was born here. I love it here. I will die here. I can't ever see myself living anywhere else, but here. So I love my town. love everything about it. But then, maybe I'm a creature of habit, and even though at one point I held the family record for the most amount of moves in a single lifetime, they were all within the same area. I never went more than probably 15 miles away from, where I grew up. Again, creature of habit. I'm sorry, my throat is really dry tonight. So anyway, I'm gearing up, for everything. I have my caregiver comes in a couple times a week to help me out. Her name is Susan. Susan is made of fucking awesome. I've stopped introducing her as my caregiver, and I now introduce her as my accomplice, because when we get together and we go out in public, bad things happen. We're like two misbehaving teenagers, and believe me when I tell you, both of us are way past being teenagers. But yeah, I think the best example of what happens when we're together is there was one day we went out for dinner and or lunch or whatever, and we pull up in the parking lot of the restaurant, and there's this like park bench thing, like against the wall of the restaurant. We pulled up right in front of it. Well, there's this lady. Actually, I'm not going to say lady because I don't think she was. more more like intrusive bitch. But she was just. We pulled up right in front of her, and she was just staring us down. Like we both had like 3 heads or something. So we get out of the car, and Susan's walking in, and I'm like, like going real slow behind her on my walker, and this lady just keeps staring, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give her something to stare at. So I start saying, but Susan, don't make me go back to electroshock therapy. I don't like it. It hurts when they do it. Don't make me go again. And Susan is just about dying. I mean, she as soon as she got in the door of the restaurant, she's just cracking up. And I walk in behind her, and I'm like laughing just as hard as she is. And oh my God, I can't imagine what that lady was thinking. But hey, like I said, she wants something to stare at. Okay, we can happily accommodate you. We get in trouble in Walmart. We have let's see, what have we done in Walmart? We've had bumper cart fights. We've done that. They have those big, huge animal heads, like those costume animal heads that you put over your own head around Halloween. And believe me, we had lots of fun with those in there. And we now have decided that we have to start plotting where all the Walmarts in our general area are. In case we start getting kicked out of them, we'll have another one that we can go to. Really bad. But anyway, sorry, but I digress. I totally sidetracked myself. But anyway, I've got Susan to help me. She'll be here, and she's great at organizing, which I definitely need help with. I've got 3 people coming on Thursday, besides Susan, to help, start packing all my like fragile and breakable stuff. I'm supposed to, and we're going to get this settled this week, have movers that are actually going to come in and pack most everything for me, because I just am physically not able to handle all that. So that should be a big help. So I'm hoping everything goes smoothly. My new apartment is nice. It's pretty much the same as what I have now, except right now I have this crappy little, what they call a galley kitchen, which is about the size of a public bathroom stall. Basically, it sucks. I can't even move around in there. My new kitchen is freaking huge. There is even room to put my whole kitchen table and chairs in there. It's an eat-in kitchen, and new cabinets, new appliances. It's so pretty. My patio is a lot more private than what I have where I'm at now. In the summer, there's a fountain that's running right in front of where my patio is going to be. There's going to be flowers and bushes, and oh, you guys, I can't wait to get out of here. You know, it used to be nice when I first moved in here. It was very quiet. Um, and you know what? Then they started letting Section 8 in here. And now there's garbage in the parking lot. There's doors slamming all hours of the night. There's people like yelling and screaming and talking very loudly, like right in the hallways or right outside the main entrance all hours of the night. And I'm not real happy here anymore. So I'm real glad to be getting out. I think it's gonna be a lot better. Plus, I drove by there the other night to show a friend where I was moving, and I already met two of my new neighbors who are going to live right upstairs from me, and they're really, really nice people. So I'm happy about that. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. It'll be nice. But anyway, I think that's all I had for tonight. I think I should probably get to bed because it's already after midnight, way past my bedtime. And I will check in again at some point this week to fill you all in on my moving process, to see where we are with that. And yeah, I mentioned that I was in my first video, I think, that I was trying to find a way to like sign off when I do a video, and I think I'm gonna go with quotes because I know a lot of really good quotes. Some serious, some funny. So tonight I will end with a serious quote. And that is, be the heroine of your own story. Much love, guys. Good night. Talk to you soon.